That's it, friend? Yes.
Hey guys, it's Tana Mojo. I'm totally kidding. Hi Tana. Let's try that again. Hey guys, what's up? It's Cîroc, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I wanted to do for a really long time now, and it's kind of one of the reasons that I actually made YouTube in the first place, and that is to share my stories. So today is going to be my first official story time. Hey, woohoo, I'm excited. So this story time is going to be labeled How to Sneak Into Raves / get kicked out of them / sneak back in after getting kicked out of them. This has happened to me quite a few times. I'm not too proud of it. Before I start, I want to say first, everything that I'm going to say for the next little bit is 100% true, like completely honest. I have receipts. You can believe me, you don't have to. I don't really care, but yeah, just putting it out there. Everything here, I'll put like pictures and receipts everywhere I can, but yeah. Before I start, I just want to say, one, I do not advocate for underage drinking or excessive alcohol consumption, although I may partake in it. Don't follow me as an example. I'm a horrible example to follow. And what was the second thing? Oh, and also buy your festival tickets and buy them. Don't try to sneak in. Don't do what I'm doing because it's corrupt. Support your local rave, guys. Like, don't be a bitch like me. With that being said, yeah, let's begin. Story number one. So this was just at the beginning of my first year in uni last year. I just came to Ottawa, and part of our Frosh week, like our welcome week, Dubs was coming to the EY Center here in Ottawa, and I was like, okay, dope, this is where I'm gonna fucking do the most, because I just started uni, and how better to make a first impression. So I get to this place, and like the venue's kind of small, and like it's like a lot smaller than what I'm used to. I'm there and I'm on shoulders, and I'm looking at the stage, and Dubs performing, having a great time, and I noticed just how easy it is to get onto stage. I think you see where this is going. It's kind of like crowd, fence, like 2 meters, whatever, with security, whatever, and there's like big speakers in the way, and then there's the stage with like Dubs and whatever, and there's kind of security like in that little like 2 meter area, but like whatever. So I'm just having a great time. I'm on this guy's shoulders, and I just like look at this like one speaker, and there's not security on either side, and I'm really close to the front. And I distinctly remember I give the guy next to me my phone, and I'm like, you need to record this, and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna get my phone from you in a second. Just record this. So I literally start recording. I give the guy the phone. I'm on this guy's shoulders. I pretty much step on the fence, step on the speaker, and I jump onto stage with Dubs. And I'm literally there, and I'm on stage, and the DJ booth's right there, and I'm literally like, yeah, being a dumb bitch and having a great time dancing literally at the DJ booth on stage for 2 seconds, and then security guard trampled me to the ground. My fake nail flew off. It was a fucking massacre. It was pretty bad. Basically carried me out of the facility. And I live in Ottawa. This was in like September, October. It's fucking cold. I'm wearing like panties and a bra. I remember they pushed me out a back door, they waved me goodbye, and they slammed the door. And I'm here, and I'm outside this venue where I don't know where the fuck I am, and my phone is still in the crowd with some random ass guy. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm staying here. I'm getting back in. So I start walking around. There's like a smoking area, and it's kind of one of those like outdoor, like fenced off areas. There's like one of those double-decker fences, and there's like a line of like outhouses like beside the fence, right about the same size as the fence. So I'm like, okay, bet, I'm just gonna start climbing this fence. So I start climbing from behind the outhouses so no one can really see me. And I get to the top of the fence, and at this point I'm like the same level as the outhouses. And as soon as I like have one leg over, I'm about to jump over, I see 2 security guards literally start charging towards me. And at that point I'm like, hey, no, like evacuate procedure. This is not happening. Like abort mission. Like no. So I jump back over the fence, like, okay, we have to find another way back in. And this was literally, like, I shit you not, the easiest way to finesse my way back in. I guess it was because it was in Ottawa and, like, no one really tries this shit here or something. This is the easiest it's ever been to get into a rave in my entire fucking life, literally. I literally go up to the front, I go to security, I literally just give him my best, like, puppy dog eyes, and I'm just like, hey, like, I don't know what happened, but I can't find my way back in. And I think we went out the wrong door or something. Like, I don't know, like, my friend has my phone and she has my tickets. Like, do you think you could just like help me? Like, I can go get my phone for you and like help you like that. And he's literally like, he sees that I've been raving. He sees what I'm wearing. He sees like I look like a fucking mess. I've been jumping around all day. And he just literally lets me back into the venue It was great. And I literally just find my way back into the crowd, find this random guy with my fucking phone. I look at the video and I'm like, I want to show you how this video turned out. So I'm getting up on shoulders, I hand this guy my phone, I start recording, and evidently he is incapable of filming anything to save his entire life. But if you just listen really closely to this last part, you can kind of hear what's going on. You have got to be kidding me. Like, after all of that, I cannot explain to you just how angry I was when I saw this video. It's fine. Whatever. I got the memory to prove it. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so that was number one. Number two. Okay, number two was also dubs. This one was a little more deliberate. So me and my best friend Avery, it's like we're in like the 10th grade, and we're like, so Dubs is performing tonight at like, it was Sound Academy back then. Now it's called Rebel. But yeah, so like Dubs is at Sound Academy. Like, let's go. Like, we don't have tickets. We don't have any money. We're fucking broke. We're in the 10th grade. So her and I grab a 2-6. We put on our rave attire. We throw on a winter coat. It's like December at this point. And we pop on the go bus. And I shit you not, 1 second, we're literally on the go bus chugging from this bottle. The next second, we're inside on shoulders raving. Okay? We've discussed this night. Like, we've gone over this so many times. We've talked about it. And neither one of us knows how we got in. Like, understand. Like, we have no fucking idea. We didn't have tickets. Like, I don't know. We might have snuck in. We might have paid the bouncer. But I don't even think we had money. It was the 10th grade. But, like, literally, like, I don't know. Like, but yeah, there's literally a video of me inside, like, we don't have tickets. What's going on? How did I get here? What? But yeah, the sad part of that night, though, was we were both so belligerent. At the end of the night, we're like, okay, so, like, where are our coat check tickets? We're looking for coat check tickets. We're like, we don't have them. So we go to the coat check lady, and I'm, like, describing our jackets. And I remember my friend Avery borrowed my jacket, too. So they're, like, TNA jackets, like, $200 jackets. And we go to the coat check lady. We're like, hey, like, do you have these jackets? They look like this. And they're like, no. So, yeah, lost 2 jackets that night, and my mom disowned me. I love you, Mom. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that was number 2. That one, it's not even much of a story. I don't even know how I got in. Number 3, okay. So I have 2 little stories. One's a little side note story, but if you ever have the chance to go to Ever After, I 10 out of 10 would recommend. My favorite music festival ever, like, ever in my entire fucking life. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, oh my god. So I went 2 years ago with my friend. This is like a whole other story. This is like a side note. Like, I guess it relates to what I'm talking about now, but like, this is a side note. This is like, whatever. So I literally go with my friend, my best friend at the time, and we are in like the 11th grade. We have enough money to fill up my car with gas. I have enough to fill up my car with gas, and she has enough to buy a bottle. And we're like, bet, let's drive to Kitchener, 2 hours away from home, to which we don't have anywhere to stay, and we don't have tickets to this festival, and let's just park my car there, and let's just fucking figure it out. So yeah, that's like a whole other story that like I'll probably just make another story time too, like once like later on in the future, probably labeled like getting stranded in Kitchener, or like getting stranded in general in towns to which I do not reside. So that's a whole other story. But basically that year we stuck in, like, she had a friend who was volunteering for it, and he gave us like these wristbands that didn't work, and he literally just walked us in. But like, that's totally for a different time. Anyways, last year, this year, not that year, the year before that, after that. So last year, yeah, okay, English. Cool. Last year, I went to Ever After. I actually had a ticket this time, and me and my friends were camping out. And if you're gonna go to Ever After, 10 out of 10 camp out. It's the best experience in your entire life. Like, it's just fucking awesome because you're camping, and then there's the venue. So whatever, we're having an awesome ass time. We're camping. It's the first day, and me and my friends are gonna be spring breakers. So I have this giant fucking plastic Dollarama gun that I wanted to bring inside the festival. So we're in line. I have my wristband that I paid for, and I'm literally in line, and I'm like, okay, wait, I don't think they're gonna let me in with this giant like machete that I got from Dollarama, but I really want it. So what does my ass do? I hop over the fence right next to the line. Like, we're literally in line to go in, and I just hop over the fence. I have a video. I'll throw it in here because it's pretty fucking funny. Just to get my gun in. Like, the irony is fucking hilarious. I paid $150 to jump the fence. Okay, whatever. That was day 1. Day 1 was awesome. Day 2. So at this point, I guess we just realized that it's fucking easy to hop the fence. And even like not even towards the front, but like by the campsite, it's even easier because there's like no one really there. So it's day 2 and we just jump over this fence again. All my friends do it. There's like 15 of us and we bring our alcohol in, and it was so cool because we had our alcohol, we're raving. It was the best, like one of the best days of my entire life. Like literally wave pool, water slide, like it was amazing. That was my favorite day ever. So that's day 2, and this day, me and my friend Jason find this like giant inflatable eyeball. It's like a tube, but it's like an eyeball, and we're like, okay, bet, we're taking this back to our campsite with us and bringing it tomorrow so we can crowd surf in this. So we do that, and it's day 3. And at this point, I haven't even scanned my wristband once, even though I paid for it. We have this giant eyeball, and me and my friends, we decided to get like matching character costumes from Hot Topic, and we're all like princesses and whatever. So I'm Alice in Wonderland. I had this really distinguishable outfit on. I had like black and white striped tights up to my pussy. My fucking just got my weave did. It's literally down to my asshole. Like I'm a very distinguishable person, okay? Plus, mind you, me and Jason are carrying this fucking meter wide eyeball. Okay, so we jump over this fence, everyone gets over, all like 15 of my friends, we all get over, I get over, and I'm waiting for my friend Avery to get over. And as I'm like waiting for her, I have this eyeball in my hand, and this OPP officer looks at me, she's like, stop, like, you right there, stop. And she stops my friend Avery too, and I literally just dip, and I run, and I take my eyeball with me, and I fucking run. And I go into the crowd, she doesn't catch me, like, no one, it's great, like, we're fucking raving, I'm having a great ass time. Avery got in, she was fine, like, nothing happened. She basically just showed the cop that she had a wristband, and she was fine. Whatever, couple hours later, I'm like raving, whatever, and I go out to get water. My drunk ass goes out 3 hours later carrying this same fucking eyeball and this same fucking outfit. Yeah. So, of course, this cop comes up to me and spots me out very quickly. She's like, I have been looking for you. And she literally, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm just playing dumb because I'm drunk as shit. So I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what? Like, I have a wristband. Like, it's right here. Like, what? I didn't jump the fence. Like, who are you talking about? What eyeball? She's like, girl, like, you are so distinguishable. Like, look at your outfit. Look at your eyeball. Like, you're dumb. So she grabs me by the arms, like, pulls my arms behind my back. There's, like, 5, like, by the time she's walking me out, there's, like, 5 other OPP, like, not even security, no, OPP, like, officer, police officer, Ontario Provincial Police, like, yeah. So they're walking me out, and we're walking up this hill, and I see all these people that just, like, know me, and they're all like, Nina, like, no, what's happening? Like, what? Like, free Nina. Like, no. And I'm like, I literally look at them, and I'm like, just give me a minute. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm gonna deal with this. Don't you worry. I'll be back on shoulders in a minute. So they're, like, walking me out, and I'm still, like, playing this charade of, like, I don't know what you're talking about, da-da-da-da-da. Like, I have my wristband, like, whatever. So they take me into this, like, little police, like, tent cabinet, and they're literally sitting me down. They're like, I know it was you, just admit that it was you, da-da-da-da. We're gonna give you a ticket, we're cutting off your wristband, you're gonna kicked out, and we're gonna give you a ticket for trespassing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, pushing this lie for so long. And she's literally like, dude, like, just admit it. And she's like, hey, like, I need your ID. This is a 19+ event. So my ass takes out my 19-year-old sister at the time's ID. I'm so sorry, Mia. I love you so much. Because I was underage, so I thought I would get more shit for being there. So I took out my sister's ID, and they're, like, writing me this ticket, and I'm, like, complaining. And this lady's like, okay, just, like, admit that it was you. Like, I just want you to, like, say it to my face. Like, just admit it was you, and I won't write you this ticket. And I'm like, okay, fine, like, I'm sorry, like, it's just easier to not wait in line, like, we just wanted to hop the fence, like, I had my wristband, da-da. She's like, okay, well, thanks for admitting it, but, like, we're still cutting your wristband off and you're still out. So I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. Just don't write me the ticket, it's fine. So they cut off my wristband, and I'm going back to my campsite. And it's the third day, it's like 5 o'clock, the sun is still out, I'm like, there's no fucking way, like, my day's not over. So I go to the campsite, and at this point, like, it was raining the whole weekend, so our whole tent is, like, flooded, so we put all our shit in my car, and my car keys are with Jason in the rave, so I can't even, like, change my outfit or anything. So I go to the campsite, and I see, like, a Blue Jays jersey, so I take off my tights, my fucking big-ass tights, I throw on this Blue Jays jersey, I throw my hair in a ponytail, I find random sunglasses on the floor, I switch my sunglasses, take my earrings out, I throw them on the floor, and I'm like, okay, bet, let's go. I go back to the same exact fence, I hop my ass over the same exact fence, and I go and I find my friends in the crowd, and it was awesome. Everyone's like, what the fuck, bitch? And I'm like, yes, I'm here, I made it, I told you, no problem. So that was awesome. And I'm here, and it's like, hours are passing, it's nighttime now, like, it's about, like, the headliner's on, it's about to be over, and I'm on shoulders, and I see this bitch, like, over by the front, by the stage, the OPP officer who pulled my ass out, and I'm literally living, like, on shoulders, just looking her dead in the eye, like, literally, Like, it was such a nice feeling. It was so awesome. And she's looking at me like, bitch, she was mad, like staring me down like, you fucking cunt. It was awesome. So I'm in the crowd and my friend Jen comes up to me and she's like, hey, like I heard you got your wristband cut off. Like she snuck in too. I don't even know how. Ask her to make a story time about that so you can figure that out because I actually have no idea how she snuck in either. But she picked up like all these random wristbands too. So she had extras. So she's like, hey, you got your wristband cut off? Here, take one of mine. Like I have like 10. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I put on this wristband and right after I do this, I'm like, hey, let's go on the Ferris wheel. So me and my best friend Victoria, we go over to the Ferris wheel. I'm waiting in line for the Ferris wheel. And this guy, like another police officer, random guy, he wasn't part of this whole thing where I was getting kicked out, comes up to me, only me specifically in the entire line, and says, hey, do you have a wristband? So I'm assuming that that fucking bitch OPP officer was like, okay, this bitch is still inside, find the girl in the Alice in Wonderland costume and figure out she has a wristband on because like that bitch, I cut off her wristband. But obviously I here have this wristband that my friend Jen gave me 4 minutes ago just then. And I'm like, oh, yep, I have my wristband. And he's like, cool, have a good night. I love when these things happen to me. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And that was just, I don't even know, that was a lot. That's Ever After. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Ever After, favorite music fest, you have to go. Like, if you have the chance to, please go if you're ever, like, in Kitchener or, like, in Canada for any reason. Yeah, so that was Ever After. Story number, where am I, 4? Yeah, story number 4. So this story is a little different. This one, is not so much about sneaking back in, but more so about getting kicked out. So it's Flux Pavilion, I'm in the 11th grade, and I'm underage, so I can't get my own alcohol. Me and my friends are going, and our friends are picking us up to drive us at our age. So they were gonna grab us alcohol, and we didn't think to get it before we left, so we asked them to grab it on the way there. Mind you, I live in Brampton. Toronto's like a 40-45 minute drive away. So halfway there, they stopped to get us alcohol. I remember there's 3 of us squished in the trunk of the car, and we have like halfway there, they grab the LCBO, they start driving to Toronto. There's like 20 minutes left where we have to each finish a bottle. Like, it was corrupt. So we're chugging in this trunk, like I'm trying to drink as much as I can before we get inside, whatever. I remember getting there, and I remember parking the car and opening the trunk. Okay, so my initial thought is, I obviously didn't get in. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I'm calling all my friends and I'm trying to figure this out. So the story that I now know today is that we were there, and for some reason you weren't allowed to do shoulder rides at Sound Academy, like at what is Rebel now. So we weren't allowed to do shoulder rides. But my drunk ass didn't comprehend that. So apparently I just kept getting up on shoulders, and security kept being like, bitch, get down. Like, no, that's not a thing here. And I was like, what is going on? Security, get down! Nina! Security, get down! So yeah, apparently they kicked me out after a number of times. Understandable, that's fine. And yet I somehow still managed to make the fan page in the 4 minutes that I was inside, and you can literally see my last 2 brain cells leaving my head in this photo. And at this point, my friends are just like assuming I'm gonna get back in because that's just like one of the things I do, just like reoccurring patterns, I guess. So then they say the music festival ends. It's hours later, and they're calling me, and I'm not answering. And they're asking everyone if they see me, and no one's seen me. So it's like 2, 3 in the morning at this point, and they're driving around Toronto looking for my drunk ass. And they're asking people, and they're like calling people, like looking around for hours. Apparently they were driving around to like 5, 6 in the morning. So they go to file a missing persons report. Yes, a missing persons report. And I want to show you the picture that they were going to use for the missing persons report because it's the last photo taken of me before that night, and it is so funny. I'm going to throw it right here because it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so they're in the process of filing a missing persons report, and one of my friends has the idea to call my mom because they're like, yo, like, maybe we should let her mom know that she's, like, missing before we, like, whatever. So she calls my mom. She's like, hey, like, I don't know how to tell you this, but like we're at this festival and I think like Nina, like I don't know what happened to Nina. I think she got kicked out. But yeah, like we can't find her. We've been looking around Toronto for her. Like we're about to file a missing persons report. Like I'm so sorry. Like I'm sure we'll find her. Don't worry. And my mom just goes, Nina's been home since like midnight. So, to this day, not a single person other than I guess who drove me home or fucking carried me home or found me like dead in the streets knows how I got home that night. But I woke up in my bed in Brampton, not a scratch, like nothing, perfectly fine the next morning. And absolutely nobody knows how I got home. Understand, this is a 45-minute drive, like $100 cab. Uber didn't even exist at the time. Like, nobody understands. Like, this story, I don't know. And I like, let me know, like, is this normal to black out this much of a chunk of your life? Because like, if anyone else can relate to me, please, like, let me know, like, in the comments below. Like, let's like I need to relate to someone with this because I don't think this is healthy. Okay, that was that. And that brings me to my last and final story. So this is like grade 10, it's Steve Aoki, we take a limo there, we're all bougie, we're having an awesome time. I get inside, it was really blurry, I don't really remember getting in, I drank a lot on the way there. You're catching the pattern at this point, I think you'd see whatever. So we don't really remember getting in, but I did have a ticket this time, so like whatever, that's no mystery. At one point in the night, Aoki sends 2 inflatable rafts off stage with girls that like worked with him, and they both had morph suits on and GoPros on their head. So they were just like, I guess, floating around the crowd to take some footage and then go back on. So like no one was supposed to get into the boats, but like obviously knowing me, my ass climbed into this fucking inflatable raft with this bitch, and I remember her like trying to push me out, like, no bitch, like no, you're not, like no. And this raft gets carried back onto stage. So without the intention whatsoever, I got onto stage with Stevie Aoki again for like 2 seconds. I'm raving at the DJ booth, and this time security just like kindly like escorts me off the stage, and they put me back into the crowd because they're like, okay, like yeah, like it's not like your fault, like you got into the boat, like the boat got carried onto stage, whatever. So they escort me back into the crowd. So I'm like living, I had the best night ever. I go to find my coat, I have no coat check ticket. Yeah, I once again did not check my coat. $200 jacket later. Yeah, but this time in the pocket of my coat was my phone and my wallet, which contained my only fake ID, which I was probably most sad about at the time. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Mom. I love you so much. So whatever, I'm sad about it in my jacket. I pick up some random person's jacket off the floor at a rave, and I'm like just like doing the walk of shame out. And I bump into some girls that like went to my school, and they just look at me and they're like, holy shit, like, Nina, how did you get back in? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And they're like, no, like, you, like, how'd you get back in? I'm like, well, like, when I got on stage, they just let me go back in. They're like, no, 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 like, I watched you, like, we watched you get carried out by 2 security men, 1 on each arm, dragging you out of here. And I'm like, no, like, definitely not. Like, that wasn't me. Like, that was someone else. And they're like, no, like, we were with you just before that, and you're trying to climb on stage. Like, they dragged you out of here. And I'm like, what? And they're like, how did you get back in? And I'm like, I have 0 idea because I wasn't even aware that I got kicked out in the first place. Like, how does someone get escorted out of a venue via security officer and manage to get their ass back in the state of intoxicated that I was that night? I will never understand. I will just, like, I will forever be confused. All these stories are just very like open-ended. Like, there's so many possibilities as to what could have possibly happened, and it's kind of concerning to think about. Yeah. I have nothing to say for myself at this point. Like, I'm sorry, Mom. That's just gonna be my catchphrase till I die. Yeah, that's all. Those are my lovely rave story experiences that I've collected over the past few years. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really, really enjoyed filming it. There will be a lot more story times to come, and I'm trying to pump out more content. I'm trying to make more videos, but I'm also in school. So that's pretty fucking hard, trying to do essays and assignments and exams while trying to film videos, all while trying to maintain a social life and sleep. So yeah, but I promise as soon as summer comes around, I'm gonna be pumping out my content. So if you have yet to subscribe, I don't know what you're waiting for. What are you doing? Hello. Really hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, or don't, or just give it a thumbs down. But then I don't know. But then we can't be friends. So your call. I hope this video motivated you guys to do interesting things with your life and run around and go to raves if you haven't. But I also hope that I didn't influence you to do stupidity shit, because that would be bad. Don't drink too much, but take a shot for me, and kiss your mom, tell her you love her, and yeah, I guess see you guys soon. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every now and then because I don't have any time. And I'm a trendsetter.